Okay. I would be happy to deliver this. It's I'm going that way anyway. So
She squeals with delight.
yes, we will squeal the night. We now
Okay,
tell you what his
squeal the
backstory.
night
Yeah.
away.
But no,
So
I mean, like as people are saying in the chat, like this is the time period we say, I need you to hand this to Ludo. Oh, what's Ludo look like? Otherwise, it's like, hey, I got a message for Ludo. Yeah, I'm Ludo.
yeah. No. Well, he works at this tavern. I guess we should
Yeah,
find a tavern name as well. But
I make a note of it. I don't have local knowledge of Fairbrugge, so I've been there, but I apparently didn't retain much of it. But
got it. And it's not a very good
well,
tavern.
but it's also like I'm a messenger. I remember, like landmarks and that sort of thing in the gist. I have like a whole bunch of things like geography and reckoning. So, yeah. So no, I also
Cool.
agree, and I think we'll actually get out some of the good stuff. I'm gonna spend some more money on booze
All right.
for the good stuff,
Uh,
and then we're gonna tip the musicians and we're gonna dance
you're gonna. Okay, nice.
because I am good at dancing.
Let's dance. Okay, a jaunty
Even
tune is
drunk, I
struck
am a
up.
good dancer.
Even what you said?
I said, even intoxicated, I am a good dancer. Now, I don't have carousing, so I'm not a professional drunk. I don't know if actors get professional drunk. They get carousing. Oh, well. I'll worry about this later.
We'll worry about this later. We'll see. I mean, she is a professional performer. But whether or not she's a professional drunk performer,
Yeah, well,
is a different question.
a lot of the characters in the game get carousing as a special ability. Is a
Yeah.
bonus in situations of inebriation and being partying.
It was
So,
my
but that,
favorite gift when I was playing was, hey, this negotiation would go slightly better if I get everyone drunk first. So that was my go-to move.
yes, there's been more than one person in Ironclaw wandering around with a keg of wine, and we
Entertainers
just
do
say,
get carousing.
"Oh yeah, I thought so. Perfect, perfect wingman." Yeah, no, it's a popular in Ironclaw. You wander around with a keg of wine and say, "Hey, let's negotiate. Would you like some wine?"
There you go.
Um, yeah. So yeah, I'm having a great time. I don't know about the rest of you guys. Oh, what you guys do? Oh, we went to a library where there were lots of books that just sat there on the shelves and did nothing.
You had a great time with your bestie, and
I
you are
met
now in possession of a letter.
met old friends, got stuff, got drunk, got cleaned, got perfumed,
Deloused.
deloused, which I keep like I don't know why I keep it. That's the most important thing. We have
I
been in
imagine.
the swamp with the leeches and the ticks and the other things.
Right? My priority would probably be like food and water and then delousing and then every other thing that could possibly be bothering me.
Yeah, you've obviously not had leeches.
Yeah.
So and we
Okay.
went to a goblin infested place. So it was like even worse. We have goblin
Supernatural
the worst
leeches.
kind of yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost leeches. Ooh.
Cool. Okay. How about Dan? After ditching Artful Allen with the tab, what did Dan get up to in the city for this evening?
Not much, probably just saw the sights, looked around. And as I said,
Okay.
eventually falls asleep in a back alley on some soft garbage.
On some soft garbage. Nice.
Well, I mean, you want the hard garbage. You don't want to just jump on a pile of sacks. You don't know what's in the sacks.
You always want to test first. That's the first thing you learn on the streets.
Soft, warm garbage.
Ugh.
Well, I mean, it's got to be soft enough that you can hide in it. You don't want people to find you just asleep.
Warmed by the sun during the day, and yeah, I get you. So you're gonna notice that I assume Dan, every so often you see a patrol of guards walking by you, and you keep your head down, but it doesn't look like anyone is going out of their way to give you trouble so far. So that much is good. And yeah, the rest of your night goes by uneventfully. All right then. Let's pass it back to Connor and the doctor. In that case, what do you guys want to do with the rest of your free time before this festival?
Well, taking a bath seemed like a great idea. So that's one of the things. Picking up some medicine was definitely on my list of things to do.
Okay, you can find. I guess it would be an apothecary, right?
Mm-hmm.
An herbalist. Somebody can sell you some medicine. That's
Someone
what you're
who
looking
actually
for?
has the craft skill, unlike me.
Well, Bisclave is very scientific, so yeah, you find an apothecary or an alchemist.
Nice.
Yeah,
An
so
alchemist.
that could be a nice fun time.
Fancy.
So, Sir Connor, how much are you willing to put forward to having medicine on hand for the next time that you become grievously injured?
I have a grand total of 27 dinar and three orals. Okay, that's better.
Quite a bit more money than you assumed at first.
Yes.
So good medicine is 15, and as a professional doctor, I can only recommend getting the good stuff.
Yes. Let's get. You said they're 15 each.
Yeah, 15 dinar each.
All right, that'll be.
Oh yeah, and don't forget Harmon's money that you got.
No,
That was how
the-
much money I'm talking
I'd say the
about.
3 ore shops
Okay.
that people keep forgetting about.
Yeah, I was gonna spend 2 orals and I guess what would that be? 12 dinar on medicine.
So that'd be 4 doses?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll go ahead and add that to my sheet so I can keep track of it for everybody.
Cool. You don't want to get any quack medicine?
Oh no, I can only recommend the good stuff.
This
Does
is
that,
great, though.
I mean, that seems like that word doesn't play very well in the world of living animals. Quack medicine. So the doctor, who's also a
It's
duck,
even
is
better.
like, what is that
Wow.
supposed to mean?
Right?
The word quack goes back to the Middle Ages. I would have to look up to see where they got it from.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they had ducks in the Middle Ages.
Yeah, but did they say quack?
No,
Hmm.
they said Geico.
Right.
They probably said actually totally
Aflac,
real
sorry.
legit medicine from the
They
witch.
said Aflac. I forgot what companies.
There you go. There you go.
I guess the important thing here to keep in mind is that people wouldn't know they're being tricked. The point is that they're being sold something that they think is working. You don't go out and say, I'm buying some quack medicine.
Welcome to my new
no, that's
company,
true.
Placebo Medicine.
It's a
Great word.
Dutch word. Quacken is the Dutch word for nonsense.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, that's a happy coincidence then.
So where's
I
the
mean, I guess maybe
origin
not
of
a
the
coincidence.
onomatopoeia of what ducks say?
Right? Yeah. I'm sure it was sometime somebody said, "Oh, it's quacking medicine," and someone who's familiar with English duck onomatopoeias was just like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
get it. Like your doctor's a duck. That makes total
Yeah,
sense."
English guy talking to a Dutch guy. What do you think that duck just said? Nonsense. What, quack?
Well-
Okay.
There you go.
Once again,
it.
English rifling through other languages' pockets for words.
I do like how quack medicine though still gives you a bonus. You get to include your will dice with healing.
It's a
So it's like,
placebo.
how hard do you believe that
Yeah,
this is real medicine?
it has placebo effect because
Are
That's
you
very
really
good.
good at believing?
Yeah.
We're full of tiny little inside jokes like that.
That's very cute. Okay. Alrighty then. So the doctor and Connor buy themselves some medicine for seeing a future where they might get hurt again. And the day rolls by. If there's
How much for a good bath, meal, room, etc.?
Bath would
Um,
probably be 2. Good meal would be 2. I was looking at it just a moment ago before I came back to
Yeah.
something else.
Bad food is half dinar, and bad lodging is half a dinar. So you can live on 1 dinar a day. So everything better than that costs more.
there you
Yeah,
go.
fine dining would be 2. But then again, we we have a dinner that we get to go to anyway, so we already have that arranged.
The rich
True.
get richer. You get to eat for free at some,
And you get to sleep for free.
and she's gonna try to impress you with all sorts of exotic dishes. Because look how rich I am. Ooh, I can entertain this noble from some other place. I don't know. He's just some goofball.
Ah, yes,
But you're a rich goofball.
this is highly important. I need to tell Anushka about this. There's going to be expensive food for free.
Anushka should
To
know
find
about
her.
this wonderful.
You're never
Question
gonna
is, will
find me.
her.
Oh, and we're getting paid.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys are gonna find me because you guys don't know this town.
Incredibly true.
I mean, do you have inquiry? I think you get it as a doctor, right?
I do in fact have inquiry, so it's not
Sure.
like it's impossible for me because I specifically know how to talk to people.
Actually, I forgot this game. You actually need gossip to find, but
Oh,
I
I
do
can do
have
that
gossip
then.
as well.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
inquiry is more specific.
I
So,
was
I
just
can roll
doing
some
gossip.
mind gossip real quick just to see how far I get.
Inquiry is this game's version of insight.
I think I might find it.
Oh wow!
I wasn't looking.
You mean that screeching lady wouldn't shut the hell up
Yeah,
Yes, that's the one.
about how she has a secret message delivered to Ludo Bruce? Oh God! Hey, Anton, have you seen the Ludo lady? Oh, the one that's going to deliver a message to Ludo. Yeah, I know that lady.
Oh, I think she's drunk on a roof right now. Is that
It's a
dangerous?
se-
No, she can fly.
I'm
nah.
with a squirrel. So, we would find one of the higher places in town. We're not afraid of heights, even when drunk, even though we should be.
Just listen for the most ear-splitting laughter you've ever heard. A laugh that cuts you to your very soul.
Oh my
Yeah, this is
God.
very much a case of how could we not find you?
Ultrasonic adenoids. Well,
Right?
So I will inform you that there are events going on. Sir Connor has another job, and there's free food and lodging.
Ah, only if I can bring Tass, because Tass, you need to see this. This lady has got more money than she knows what to do with, and for some reason thinks she wants to give it to us.
Uh,
Perfect. Have you met Tass? Tass, this is quick. Acknowledge a name that I give you. Do it. Say
wait.
goodbye. Fuck, do it.
I've met Tess before. She taught me how to juggle, and then I probably wasn't any good at it.
She says,
What?
"Doctor!"
How dare you embarrass me in front of Tass?
But Tess,
You're-
this is wonderful. Yes, that's right. You're part of Sir Connor's retinue now. That's right. You are definitely our local entertainer, which we definitely have hired. You get to stay for free too, I bet.
Excellent. We're hangers on.
Yes.
Hey,
That's how this works. Okay,
And
congratulations.
it looks like you're already properly drunk too. This will be wonderful festivities.
Oh, man.
We should probably eat something. We've been drinking all night.
That's what I'm planning to take you to.
Okay, so I wasn't sure if this was going to be a scene, but it sounds like there's a bunch of drunk people who are about to go to a fancy dinner party. So,
It doesn't
yeah.
have to be a scene, but it is hilarious.
No, it has to now. Congratulations. Connor, I think you'll be taking point on this because presumably you're the guest of honor, but also you're not drunk, and also now you have to speak for a lot of drunk
Fix
people.
that. Doc has opium.
No, I'm not rich enough for the opium. I have the noted weed. Here.
What? I thought this was a kid party. I thought you said you knew how to party.
Party doctor.
Look, I know how to party on a budget, okay?
I'm
I
trying
didn't
to find the page with the clothes on it.
I know that
There it
Dan's
is.
plan was to sleep in garbage, but if you want to get in on this, Dan, you know that
Oh, yeah, no. If I see
Probably
these
could
people
too.
heading off somewhere, I'm probably sneaking around behind them somewhere.
there you
So
go.
Dan, who
Nice.
slept in garbage last night, is going to be sneaking into this fancy party.
Sleeping garbage, fancy
Oh
party.
gosh, that's right. The noted weed is also by the 1/8 stone. I got quite a lot.
Well, but
I got quite a lot.
that's 2 pounds of medieval weed. So
Well, here's what you do: is you start carving out sections of all those chapbooks to sell your weed in.
You know, nothing would
Oh,
make the
shit.
practice of orchamency prouder than using a chapbook to smoke some noted weed. All right.
well, I mean, I'm not an expert on this, thanks, narcs. But I mean, like modern weed is just incredibly like potent. This
Yes.
I'm
This is
sure
probably
is
incredibly mild.
several generations behind, and I know they mix it with all sorts of like nuts and other herbs to make it smell better.
Mhm.
I would still feel
It's
the
like it's an
effects, I'm sure.
enjoyable experience and not just getting high.
Yeah. It's like getting high, but without all of the terrible parts of being
Well,
high.
I don't know if it does or not. I'll leave this as an exercise for the readers.
Oh,
Yeah.
for an etiquette bit, would it be better if I showed up in the clothes of my homeland, or should I buy some new clothes while I'm here?
You are
Well,
representing yourself, Sir Connor. You ought to just simply dress in what you have.
That's true.
This
I will
isn't
say
like
that
this isn't a grand party anyway. This is just a humble festival
Yeah.
with your friend. And
this is not the night festival where you guys are going to be out in public amongst the people. This is just a friendly dinner from your patron. So
friendly
you
dinner
can dress however you want.
I'd like to repeat, a friendly dinner with your patron, with other rich nobles. Have you been laundered, sir?
I have. I just paid for it. Here, let me put my ascot on. There we
There
go.
you go.
Right. I mean, that's either buy a new outfit or get your old outfit laundered.
Let's get the old one laundered.
Yeah. I look fabulous, by the way.
Yes. And Tess
as
always
always.
looks her best because she's a
fabulous.
performer.
Well, we might be hungover. Actually, I might be hungover because I should probably roll for that. Tess, on the other hand, actually has carousing.
If you guys have been
I look like
drinking, you're
crap.
probably still kind of drunk. I don't know if you've hit the hangover just yet, but who knows? I leave it to your discretion.
Why not?
Here, I know the perfect remedy for this so that you can keep drinking.
Yeah, I'm about to say, why not both?
Why not both? What's the remedy? Hair of the dog also has weird connotations.
Here, just ingest this absorbent charcoal. Just eat a raw hump. Here you go.
You laugh. They were still doing that in the 20th century.
They're still doing it now.
Oh no.
So 3 successes to at least get you in shape for the time being so you can get drunk again. I think that's fine.
I feel excellent.
Oh
Okay.
no, it was unholy charcoal. That's 3 sixes.
Glad that's not a general rule.
Well, I am full of spirits.
There we go.
All right.
We did it, everybody.
Hey, good game, guys. See you next week. All right, Connor, you're here. Yes, Connor is here. Connor, you have made yourself presentable. You've been shown to the chambers that Lady Lionella has set out for you, and also shown the chambers for your entourage. And they're nice and spacious and have all of the furnishings of home. Maybe not quite as elegantly designed in terms of sort of the furnishings, but truly you can see there's wealth on display and you feel like the guest of honor. So you have made yourself ready for dinner. You know that your friends and entourage have arrived and that they too plan to join you for dinner, including, curiously enough, a friend of Anushka's who you find is Tess, your traveling companion, and Dan, the lemur that you just met, who has endeared himself to you in how he completely embarrassed Artful Alan earlier that day.
Yes,
And you
he's my
step
new
out.
best friend for right now.
He's your best friend for right now. So as you step out and you see, you knock on the doors of the other party members, essentially, and you find a slurring her words drunk Anushka and Tess. You find Dan smelling slightly of garbage and refuse. And you see the doctor, who actually looks presentable. Well done, doctor. Maybe like a little red around the eyes.
I'm sure nobody will notice. Everyone else has the same.
Yeah. But they all seem to be in good humor, and you are led to the dining hall, which looks like it could comfortably seat about a dozen people. Luckily, it's just you and Lionella's serving staff. And she is all done up. She's wearing a very frilly dress. It's very I'm thinking very evil stepsister, but it's very over the top, as you might expect. You've seen that some of the fashions in Harrogate are a little bit experimental, and this is in keeping with that. But she says, "Oh, Sir Connor, you look fabulous. Are you wearing your clan colors, Connor?"
He's wearing noble clothes from his reading. So, as you know, these ones are in the Doloro style.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
see, I would have had to have bought new clothes to at least not represent myself by the wrong house, but just, hey, I'm one of the homies. How are you doing, fellow teenagers?
Fellow kids, are you rocking a kilt, Connor? Because that's the fashion right now. That's the big thing in Harrogate.
Yes,
Kilts are in.
he has a kilt. I'm going to subtract. Normal rich clothes are 18. I can't afford noble clothes unless I blow the bank on them. You know
Okay.
what? I am a noble. We are rich.
You're only as noble as you dress, sir.
Yes, I will definitely blow the wealth on some clothes like an idiot because I'm always wondering when it's going to come back. But I will now put it in my sheet that I've spent on clothes.
All right. I love it.
All right.
Mm,
Just putting that on
sorry.
the sheet now, so now I remember when we did it.
Making the tallest plate of food possible. Yeah, as the servants are coming around, and they're starting to, they've got platters of food, and you're encouraged to take some and put them on your plate. And Dan basically just takes like the whole serving tray, right? There you go. Okay, so here's what I want to do. Right off the top, I think that there is certainly a potential for chaos at this dinner, and I would like people to give me some sort of etiquette roll. And I'm trying to retrain my brain here. There is an etiquette skill in Vampire. We're not playing Vampire. I know that there is
in this game,
too.
in this game, it's a gift. It's an extra
It's a
D12
gift, right?
to comport
Right.
yourself in situations where etiquette would be important.
I suppose in this case, the
Perfect.
skill would be, what skill do we have while interacting normally at a party? Which I would say would probably be gossip.
It's almost
Unless you
definitely
are specifically
gossip.
trying to impress people, which would probably go towards presence.
Right.
Present, right?
Or you could just lie out your ass and use deceit.
That is
Okay.
also
well.
possible. I think these are all good options.
However, I will not just use gossip to be polite, but I, of course, am experienced in dealing with nobles, and I know that the best thing to do is to get them to talk about themselves incessantly and to not interrupt them. So I'm not going to use etiquette. I'm going to use low profile because I don't care if anyone remembers that I'm here or not.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
So
Alright.
you may notice that servants get low profile in the book too.
Wouldn't you know
Yeah,
it? That's
very
exactly what I was thinking too, as you were saying it.
Yep.
Oh man. Okay, so we got two people who are just gonna try not to be noticed at this dinner.
Yeah.
Well, not to be too noticed, like I'll obviously ask polite questions or even get him like, so what about that book that you mentioned that had that Lazarus Heart spell that I'm looking for? But otherwise we'll kind of just go unnoticed because like, oh yeah, he's just sitting there, he's polite, he's nice, yeah. There's more interesting conversation over here.
Okay.
I am also anonymous. Nobody knows how to address me, so they don't talk to me.
What was that guy's name again? Yeah,
I'm
I have
a roll.
I only have 2 successes. I could get 3 if I ask people where they live, but I'm not going to do that.
I got myself 1.
Okay. Doctor got himself 1. Dan got himself 1. It looks like Connor knocked it out of the park pretty much with 3.
Oh, I forgot. I'm
Okay.
also cosmopolitan.
That's
I
right.
get along with
So-
everybody. I have
Oh, yeah.
3 successes. But my goal was to not be important, so I'm successful.
I will also roll my cosmopolitan, but get nothing out of it.
Okay. So, as the night goes on, it is quite clear that the lady is only truly interested in hearing stories from Connor. Although she is a little bit distracted by Dan and the way that he is eating. And also the doctor. There's something that is putting her ill at ease with the way he is just sort of like quietly pleasant and unassuming. I don't know. She occasionally addresses you, doctor, and I think she's becoming more and more frustrated that she doesn't know your name and that you haven't given her one yet. And it gets to a point where it sort of boils over, and she says, I'm quite sorry. I am being incredibly rude, but I have forgotten your name, good sir, or good doctor. How may I address you? This is quite... How may I address him, Sir Connor?
But Connor looks confused, and then he looks at the doctor like, yeah, you never told me your name.
Oh, well, I'm just a simple, humble traveling doctor, is all, you see. But I suppose given the occasion and the amount of festivities we're having here, he says as he has like red shot eyes, is obviously drunk and other things. You may call me William if you wish.
Ah, perfect. Good. William. That is a fine name for a
Okay,
doctor, I
tap that
suppose?
anonymity.
Yep,
tap
it's
that
tapped
anonymity.
now.
Okay, so how does this work? It's for is it a 24
For the
hour
next
For
thing?
24 hours, he's not anonymous.
That's right.
And every
Gave
time
someone
one
a
of us
name.
decides to call him William, and he responds to it.
Okay, and he has to respond to it. All right. Well, all of you
He
have
just
probably
shouted at me.
If you want to cast spells on him, now's the time to do it.
exactly. As far as the lady is concerned, this is your name, and so she will address you by it. But also, if you just kind of stay in the background, she might forget that you're there. Having some knowledge of you now seems to put her a little bit at ease, though. And the rest of the dinner seems like it is going smoothly enough. She says, "So Connor, tell me, how is it that you know all of your friends here? How did you, no doubt on grand adventures full of danger and intrigue?"
We happen to be at the same place at the same time. I've told you of my squire, now Knight Potter, and where he
Didn't roll
came
for
from.
Potter. Potter looks up with a mouthful of food. Like,
Nods to Potter, and they like continue. We were in his village of Mage Cross when servants of the king came to burn it down, us in it. We have saved the town from a incursion earlier, and the king
leave the town.
did not seem to want us to have gone out of our way to thwart his plans. Whatever they may be, why he wanted the village taken down is beyond me.
I don't get
Perhaps
caught
I'll
up in
you will
politics.
learn, and I can tell you then. But yes, politics are a nasty business, are they not? I'm sure
Quite.
you know better than most your age.
Oh, honestly, I let Elbreus handle those things. I'm not interested in the petty arguments by soft-handed nobles who don't know how to get real work done. They're not. I'm only interested in noble knights like yourself. Those who have really seen the world, seen action and combat. She's reached over and she's sort of like, there's like a soup or something that you have left untouched, and she's kind of stirring it with her spoon in a very familiar gesture. Once again, not overly becoming of a noble woman, but if you look around Elbreas, he's kind of like standing in the back in the butler outfit, seeming completely oblivious to everything that's happening in the room, as is his deal, essentially. And she's going to lean in and whisper to you, Connor. She's like, and how did you meet that one? And she gestures quite rudely with a spoon towards you, Dan.
Yeah, Dan's like, stuffs his mouth. It's like, huh, what?
He got in a fight with an annoying hangers-on that had tried to insinuate himself into my group of followers. And being that I wanted to see this bout go down, I stayed. And to ensure the bravery of my erstwhile friend, I let him borrow some weapons, but just looking at this wonderful, wonderful lemur here, you can see the calluses on his fists. He is truly a trained warrior. And there's nothing like watching a young, brash, foolish man who thinks the whole world should just be handed to him get his ass completely wrecked by a man so humble.
For noble phrasing of that, I believe.
Very noble. I mean, you're talking about combat and honor, and she is on board for this story 110%. You have rapt attention. Dan, how do you feel? I just want to know, how do you feel about Connor's recounting of your duel with Alan?
I can't feel anything because I'm not paying attention.
Right, you're just completely zoned out. That's kind of how I was thinking about it too.
I heard my name for a second, then I saw two people talking to each other, not to me. So I went back to what I was doing, which was filling a very empty stomach.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right, well, she says, Connor, it seems that you have, Sir Connor, it seems that you have assembled, quite a colorful team of capable rogues and agents, and I feel that my life is safe in your capable paws, as I was always sure that you would be able to accomplish any feat that I set before you. Since all of you are here and present, perhaps we should take a moment before dessert to discuss more of the details of this meeting that I will have you accompany me for tomorrow night. Albrez.
Connor would have told at least. Well, I think Doctor was there for this. He would have told Anushka about the job coming up. The
Cool, yeah.
gig. And now that Dan is here, because he is my own guest of honor, he'll get to hear the job if he wants it on it.
It's funny, I'm a guest of honor, yet I snuck in behind you guys.
It's true. I really like Dan. I like his vibe. But yeah, so the lady will lay out the following information. The festival is going on from sundown at 9 p.m. She plans to meet with this individual who is coming up north from Portspar. He is apparently a merchant, sailor, who has procured himself a rare tome with some sort of forbidden magical information in it. He was looking for a buyer, and of course, such rare magic is illegal to be purchased in this part of the world. But she has made contacts in the magical community, and she does have the money to pay his asking price. So they have arranged for a meeting in a quiet side street off of the main marketplace where this festival is going on. She wants to conduct this in person against the wishes of her factotum, but it would also be ill form to be seen bartering with someone of this guy's stature. The guy in question is a guerrilla of some notoriety. They call him the Blight. She doesn't know his real name. However, he has made a name for himself in dealing in such items, and possibly the name comes from other merchant ships whom he has crossed paths with around the coast of the Bisclavre region, which you guys will have known from spending some time here is somewhat infamous for having deregulated ports and attracting a large, sort of disreputable collection of sailors from all over the place make their berth at Port Spar and other similar coastal towns in the Bisclavre region. So, she assumes that the deal will go off fine without a hitch, but again, can't trust someone with a disreputable reputation. Disreputable, that seems kind of redundant, but basically someone as disreputable as this individual. So having a noble knight and some people who know how to handle themselves in a fight, she thinks will make the negotiations go more in her favor, essentially. Any questions?
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't paying any attention. Can I get some more of these hors d'oeuvres?
She looks at you with sort of a dull, like, serving girl. Do we have any more of the hors d'oeuvres for our charming guest? And the girl's going to bow, scuttle away, and come back. Turns out they did. You're in luck.
I suppose more pertinent to the job, what precisely is it that you're trading for here? You keep saying it's of some importance, but what precisely is it? I'm curious. If we're to be there, we'll see it anyway.
Well, William, I suppose so. Well, all right. As you know, well, maybe as you don't know, I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with the higher learnings of the magical arts, but there are certain schools of magic, and one of them is considered the power from without. It is it is very powerful. It essentially is communicating with spirits of the dead, and unfortunately, certain religious organizations have made it less than legal to deal in such things. But I am a holistic collector of magical texts, so I don't think that someone of my wealth and capabilities should be held to the lesser laws meant for commoners and those who are not raised to know any better how to handle these things.
Though you do realize that they do exist for good reason, and it would not settle well with me to not press upon you the importance of what you do and let it simply slip by.
She crosses her arms and she gives you a steely look, and she says, "William, you're sounding more and more like my sainted late father, who was a respectable man, but far too small-minded and controlling. and I resent that because you are not my father. I resent that you would talk to me in such a matter.
Which one?
Well, I have to say, I do appreciate the compliment that you compare me to someone greater than myself, but I by no means seek to control you. I do value learning and understanding, but what you do truck in is dangerous, and I would wish to make sure that you are as safe as possible, especially if such is to be our duty. So
Man, you're
please,
good.
if you would allow me, when you do recover it, I will, in my position as a man of the light, make sure that all things are safe and instruct you on how to properly deal with such things, such that you do not cause incident or bring harm to others. I
Mm,
offer this freely to you, knowing perhaps others may not like it if I do.
hmm. Can you give me will and negotiation? I'm trying
Sure.
to think if there's any other gifts that might apply here. If you think of some, that might, you let me know.
Oh, I'm gonna go down the list here in a second, but let's see. So we got my D10 will. We got
I will assist the doctor because this man is trustworthy. He knows what he's talking about. He's a faithful servant of the light, but he's not one of those stuffy penitents who tell you to,
He's
comb
not
your
one of
hair
those
if you
stuffy
down the day.
mainline church people of the
yeah.
normal religion.
Yeah, if we're
Those
going to add in, I know what
squares.
I'm talking about. I would petition for, hey, could I add in my supernatural dice and related gifts?
He's a Presbyterian. It's okay.
Hmm,
I just mean that he's a heterodoxy. He's not an orthodoxy.
You're definitely going to get a bonus from Connor because she hangs on his every word. In the case that you are speaking about supernatural stuff, and you are, I definitely think you could take your supernatural dice. What associated gifts are you thinking about there?
Let's see. I do in fact have Mystic with white magic right now. I very much know that the darker magics are very dangerous. I am learned in this particular way of magic and specifically how to counter and deal with it. I am an expert.
Okay, I'll give it
Uh,
to you.
I don't suppose piety would matter here.
No, she has no regard for the religious order.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And let's see. Anything else I can call upon? Nah, I think that's good.
Okay,
And
well,
hey,
she
Sir
is a
Connor's
brat.
given me an additional D8.
Yep, you get a D8 for Connor. She is a serious brat who does not like being told what to do, but you've come at it from the right angle, I think,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of how you phrased your statement. It
Yeah,
is going to be a 4 successes you'll need here.
we got 1, 2, 3. I
I
would
see
be
3.
remiss if I did not use personality now. Wait, no, I do get a reroll. What's my negotiation specialty right
Do
now?
you have a negotiation specialty?
My negotiation. I do not have a specialty. I could also choose nobility.
That would be, yeah, that would
That would
work.
So let's do it. Nobility again. Hey, I now have 2 things to deal with nobility. That is a D8 to reroll first. Hey, and we got
Hey,
4 without having to spend anything.
well done. Okay, you got to 4. Her gut reaction when being told no is to respond with pure petulance, but there's something very calming and learned about your demeanor there, Doctor, and you seem to have phrased it in a way that has gotten her thinking. And considering that perhaps having someone like you with slightly more experience, well, you're not telling her she can't have it. You're just saying that you would like to help her look at it when she gets the chance and determine the true nature of the thing. And she says,
Exactly.
very well, William. I do think you are bold in your assertions, but, well, I suppose I have come far by surrounding myself with those who are more learned than I in such things. And, well, one more pair of eyes couldn't hurt, someone with a little bit of experience. So yes, I suppose that you could help me decipher the puzzle that is this particular manuscript.
It is truly the mark of a wise, noble woman who knows to surround herself with others.
She unclacks a fan and fans herself.
And I give a small toast another drink.
All right. Okay. Any other questions before the night concludes?
I think I'm mostly done with my own questions. I doubt she knows anything more about her, the person who's actually bringing all of this strange gorilla, and we already got that whole info dump, so we just gotta have to see how it's gonna play out.
I think Dan, with a full mouth of food, is going to say again, which one?
Which one, what?
Which one? What?
You said your father was a saint. Which one?
Oh, you are droll. Quite droll.
I could use some more rolls.
She's like, that's a good
What's
idea.
up
More
on bread?
roll.
Oh, here, Dan, here's some more food to put into your mouth so you don't open it to speak anymore.
Thank you, Big Willie.
Oh man. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, it sounds like you guys are set and ready to defend poor innocent noblewoman. Do you guys mind if we call a short break here to refresh drinks?
Short break. Got it.
5
No, that
minutes. We'll
sounds
be right
good.
back.
Right. See you in 5.